All right, good morning, boys and girls. Ross Brisbane here once again with our weekly coffee break, where we take about 10-15 minutes of every Wednesday morning while we're enjoying our coffee, as I have mine here. We'd like to share a little bit about what's going on in the world of digital marketing, communication, or technology. And of course, sometimes those things overlap. Last week, we did start talking about the importance of building an email list. And today we're going to continue on that, where we're going to actually talk about actual tactics that you can use. Now, today's presentation, today's coffee break is a little bit longer than normal, but there are some really, really good points inside of here today. So let's go ahead and get this started. I will set this up to present and share my screen. We should be able to see, yep, there we go. All right, so 5 email list building tactics for small businesses. And this is really for any organization, even if you're nonprofit or for-profit. A little bit about us. Our team has been around since 2000, so 23 years. The team has grown. Obviously, we're up to about 7 people now, of which 5 are in the picture here. We have been doing this since the dawn of digital marketing, which I don't think back then it was even called that. It was just websites on an internet, which most people didn't even know what that was at the time. And we have really grown to the point now where we can do most aspects of digital marketing, the use of technology to help make your life easier and more efficient. So what we're going to talk about today is those 5 tactics, like giveaways, gating your valuable content. We'll talk a little bit about what that is, how to make it easier for people to sign up. Of course, leveraging Facebook in something that maybe is very little known, even though Facebook's been around for a long time. Called lead generation ads, and of course what's called creating a content upgrade. So when you give your prospects and customers a way to stay connected to you through like a medium like email, you actually have the opportunity to not only give them value, but build that relationship. And then that helps to take your business to the next level. Now, having access to a list of subscribers who are interested in your products and services, and of course want to learn more about your industry, is key to growing your small business. Now, tactic number 1 is using a free giveaway. You see this all the time. It's been around for hundreds of years. But of course, using digital marketing to do it makes it a little bit easier. So small business email list building is really simplistic. It's not very difficult. In fact, it can be done with little effort, given that if you're thinking a little bit outside the box on like how to accomplish that goal. So one of the simplest ways to ramp up your email list building efforts is to have a giveaway or run a contest. Initially, you may think, okay, running a contest is complicated or can be done by only by big brands who give away a bunch of stuff. However, the fact is it's not really only an effective email list building hack, but it's also a very simple one to execute. Now, why is that? Well, because when you're giving away free stuff on the internet, you can get a lot of interested people into giving their contact information to you. Regardless of the type of small business you run or the niche you're operating in, it doesn't matter. You can run a proper giveaway and see real results coming in right away. Giveaways can be an amazing way to take your email list building to the next level. However, do keep in mind that you still need to have a strategy on how to do all that. In other words, you need to invest time and money to ensure that your giveaway is successful with enough preparation. The easiest way to do this is to work with a professional email marketing agency like us. We've done this many times in the past. Most importantly, you need to put in the effort to build a relationship with the leads that you do gain so that you can then convert them into customers or clients, or take the customers you have and create them into advocates, people that love your stuff, always buy from you no matter what you put out there, and they talk positive about you, which is just priceless. All right, number 2, gating your valuable content. Okay, so what does that mean? So if you're already giving away valuable content, meaning good information for your potential customers to learn from you, this could be on your website, this could be in social media, then you could try gating some of it to get visitors to actually send you their contact information, right? Or subscribe to the email list. An email address is valuable to most people, which is why they have a difficult time giving it to you. All right, so you need to figure out a way in which to get them to give you their email address, and then feel good about it at the same time. And the most common and probably the most result-oriented way to do this is to create an ethical bribe in the form of gated content that gives real value to prospects in exchange for the email address. The only difference between regular content on your website and gated content is while the former is open to everyone, the latter is hidden, right? And the only way to get to see it is through giving email address. So for instance, you may want to keep 75% of your content available to everyone, and then the other 25% behind the wall. This could be high value content such as detailed guides, research reports, white papers, ebooks, etc. What you're doing here is you're actually using your existing content to increase the size of your email list. However, keep in mind that people who give their email addresses expect to see high value material that's worth it, right? So make sure that what you're gating is something of extreme value to them. So instead of gating just anything, only gate content that you know will deliver a ton of value on top of what you've already given them, right? So if they're already interested, they're going to be really interested in what you got behind door number one. So here are a few things to keep in mind. One, go specific. So in order to show prospects that you have something of value, your gated content should be specific enough. In other words, it should be focused on one problem, one solution, right? So don't throw out a whole bunch of stuff. Keep it simple and straight so that your target audience can then derive value from it right away, especially if it's something that they really have a problem with and they want to know the solution for it. The problem you address should be real and the solution you give should work, right? That would make sense. Focus on quality. So instead of just trying to add fluff content to your ethical bribe and making it bloated with stuff that doesn't really mean much, focus on giving quality information that is useful to your target audience. If you can deliver real value in 2 pages, that's enough. That's perfect. Use instant gratification. So keep in mind that converting visitors into subscribers is only the first step. You still need to keep them, right? You got to get them on your list. You don't want them to join, grab your content, and then run. So, which is why it's important that your subscribers feel instantly gratified with the content that they receive after subscribing. They should feel that benefit right away. If you manage to make your open to all content high quality and then give people a clear idea of what they can expect, then you should have a good percentage of your website visitors wanting to give you their email address. All right, number 3, make it easier to sign up. That is interesting because a lot of websites I go to seem to hide this information. So in order to get more people to join your email list, it's important that you make the whole process easier. Now, this may seem obvious, but it's not uncommon to see websites that the sign up is tucked away somewhere hard to find at the footer. You have to scroll all the way down 6 pages to find it. You need to ensure that your sign up form or forms are displayed at all the prominent places of your website, along with a clear call to action, like what to do. Now, here are a few common high converting spots in your website to display your sign up form. Navigation bar. Your website visitors may be actively searching for an email sign-up form, but they still expect to see these important links displayed in the navigation bar. And that's the very top where you see home and about us and contact us, subscribe now kind of button, right on your navigation. So whether it's linked to your newsletter or your free ebook or whatever, use the navigation bar to add more subscribers. It really works. Feature box. This happens to be highly sought after way to grab attention of website visitors and grab their contact information. So a feature box is nothing more than a subscription box that is placed above the fold. So what does that mean? When you go to a website and the website appears, what you see right away without having to touch anything, that bottom part of your screen up, that's above the fold. If you've got to go below the fold, that means you have to scroll, you need to search. You put it up here, you see it right away. All right. And this is not just the homepage. This could be any page that you want them to see this, right? This contains information about your offer along with, again, a strong call to action. Hey, give us your information so we can get you this high value content. Content pages. So if you have a blog where you regularly publish posts or other pages on your website with content, you can place a simple email opt-in at the end of each content piece. It's a very good idea. So people who would have enjoyed reading your content may actually want to stay updated by receiving more content in their email inbox. And you can also add a sign up button to your Facebook page. Now, although Facebook page organic reach has been consistently declining over the years, adding a sign up button to your Facebook page may still benefit you in some ways. This works especially if you are running a membership website that offers a free membership plan. People are on your website, on your social media account. There's no reason why you can't let them know that you've got that free plan. Your followers on Facebook, if they're interested in what you offer, making your registration process simpler can just easily boost your sign-up rate. All right, number 4, leverage Facebook lead generation ads. This is a well-hidden gem, but it's been around for a while. So when it comes to quality email list building, there's one method that's very underutilized, and that is what's called Facebook lead generation ads. All right, so it's on Facebook. It's specifically to generate leads for you, and it's advertising. So while there are many different ways to advertise on Facebook, lead gen ads are in a league all by themselves. When you run a Facebook lead generation campaign, you're able to display your ads to a laser targeted audience along with a specific lead capture form that interested people can fill out. And since Facebook has the biggest user base, you shouldn't have a problem finding people interested in your offer. The best part is that this form is pre-populated with their email address that is connected to their Facebook account. And we know that you can't have a Facebook account with a fake email address that doesn't work. So you know it's been verified. This not only makes the process getting signups easier, but it's also much quicker, especially because it's built to carry out very nicely on mobile devices. The reason why Facebook lead ads are great for email list building is because they're designed to help you convert more users into subscribers. Why? Because they launched lead generation ads to sort of combat this problem of bad landing pages. They hated sending their customers on Facebook outside of Facebook only to get to really ugly sites or things that didn't work well. So here are three main advantages of these lead gen ads. Number one, that users don't have to leave Facebook, which increases the chances of conversion. If they're already in Facebook and they're milling around, they don't have to leave. A lot simpler to convert. Once the emails have been gathered, now you can automatically import them to your CRM or your email service provider, which is really helpful. Why is that? Because, again, Facebook's not your platform. If something ever happens to Facebook, whatever you had there no longer exists. If you can move that information off to your own CRM, which is yours, now you have control over it and how often you can contact them. And then number three, you get access to clear statistics that actually tell you how well your ad campaign is working. So even though Facebook lead generations ads are not free, you got to pay for them, right? They are well worth it. So if you have a budget and you want to invest in the right direction, this is a great way to power up your email list building efforts with Facebook ads. All right, number five, create what's called a content upgrade. All right, so what is that? It is a specific kind of lead magnet or bonus content that you can give away in exchange for that email address we're getting, right? So what makes it different than a regular site-wide lead magnet is that it's attached to a specific blog post. So in fact, it adds to the value of content that's already valuable, right? They've read your blog post, they find it valuable. So having a content upgrade really is unique in its own way. But if you want to take your email list building to the next level, then you need to create these smaller, power-packed, and laser-focused lead magnets that directly relate to the content that your readers are already reading. You may have 20 blog posts. They may only specifically want to read one or two because it's to them, they chose them because they need it, right? So if they needed it and they got value out of it, they may say, hey, I want more information about this. And then you can then have a content upgrade, which is right there at the end of the blog post. So for example, if your blog post lists out ways to achieve a goal, for instance, your content upgrade could be a spreadsheet that helps you track your progress. That'd be helpful, right? It's actually the tool that we're talking about in the text of your blog post. So everything from a workbook to a cheat sheet can act as a content upgrade. Content upgrades work really well because they enhance the value of your content. They offer readers more support by acting as a free resource. The additional work that is required to create the content upgrade may seem daunting, but you know what? The results that you can get are really well worth it. So here are a few content upgrade ideas that you can use to upgrade your email list building. Number one is a curated list of relevant, helpful tools or resources. So if you're talking about a certain specific topic within your niche, you might want to then say, hey, give us your email address. We will give you a list of all the relevant, helpful tools that we use to help actually take care of whatever it was in the blog post. Number two is additional related content that touches some of the more unique points that came out of the more general content of the blog post. Number three is a quick start guide to help readers take action on what was in the content of that blog post. Number four, a checklist, always very helpful, right? People love that. Step one, step two, this is what you need to do. That enhances the value of a very long, detailed blog post, which is typically text, right? So you could say, hey, here's a checklist that we've identified exactly the steps you need to take to achieve what's in this blog post. Number five, a video version of the blog post actually is a really good idea because it gives visual instructions on how to achieve what was in the blog post. The content upgrades you create don't have to be too complicated, too heavy. In fact, just keep them light, but make sure they're valuable. See them as an additional resource that helps your readers get the most out of your blog. Number six, email list building. All right, now that you have the tactics you need, you're ready to start building your list of email subscribers. And guess what? If you want to get started now, but you don't have the time or simply don't have the skills, understanding of how to put all this together, our team has both the time and the skill set, and we would love to help support you on this journey. So there's our phone number. There's our email address. You know how to get in touch with us if you found this on YouTube or on our Facebook page where this is being broadcast live, or you're watching the replay. We highly anticipate that we can really support you quickly. We have not only the expertise and experience of doing it in the past in multiple ways, both like setting up the contest, doing blog posts and the content creating, but more importantly, the technological support, which is how we use our CRM not only to build and set it up for you, but also to automate a lot of it so that it's more efficient and takes some of that burden off of you on a day-to-day basis. All right. Look forward to seeing you again next week at our coffee break, 11 a.m. Eastern, right here. Talk to you soon. Thanks.